Welcome to the village of Cogsworth, a place where the concept of time has simply ceased to exist. Here, every clock face is frozen, hands stuck in a perpetual stillness, marking nothing but an eternal moment. A mysterious hush blankets this dusty town, a timeless landscape where even the air feels ancient and abandoned. Examine the intricate mechanisms of this forgotten place where steampunk gears, once churning with vibrant life, now stand locked and coated in dust. These silent cogs and immobile hands tell a story not of decay, but of a profound, timeless pause. The entire village seems to be holding its breath, a truly abandoned feel permeating every corner. Inside the Cogsworth orphanage, life was as still as the town outside. Muted colors painted the walls, and dust settled on forgotten toys in quiet corners. Here, amidst the quiet stagnation, lived Elias, a boy who often felt as overlooked as the dusty trinkets themselves. Elias found solace in a small, quiet corner, a secluded space where he could observe without being seen. He was a lonely child, his presence often unnoticed by the few adults bustling past. Feeling profoundly invisible, Elias yearned for a connection, for someone to truly see him. Emphasizing the stillness outside, the grand clock tower cast its perpetual shadow over a village locked in time. Inside, even the old grandfather clock in the orphanage hall remained stubbornly frozen. Every timepiece, a testament to the village's deep mechanical stasis, mirrored Elias's own stagnant existence. Beyond the orphanage walls, the quiet street lay hushed, a perfect still life of perpetual afternoon. Yet, amidst this unmoving tableau, an unfamiliar carriage rumbled to a halt near the gate. A faint tremor, almost imperceptible, seemed to ripple through the air, stirring a forgotten hope within Elias. The gleaming antique car, a marvel of brass and polished wood, pulled silently before the orphanage gates. From within emerged two strangers arriving. A kind couple whose warm smiles offered a gentle contrast to the village's stillness, bathed in the soft light of dusk. Their gentle footsteps crunched softly on the gravel path, drawing them steadily towards the imposing orphanage door. A quiet sense of purpose radiated from them, hinting at a profound change about to unfold. Unbeknownst to the frozen village, a true glimmer of hope had finally arrived. Elias, a small figure shrouded in shadow, peered from an ornate orphanage window, his gaze distant but drawn. He watched the couple, their unfamiliar kindness a stark contrast to his gray world. A flicker of curiosity, a hesitant interaction he wasn't part of, stirred within him. A boy watching. As the heavy orphanage door creaked open, the couple stepped inside, disappearing from his view. Elias remained, his small hand pressed against the cold glass, a hopeful gaze fixed on the empty spot where they once stood. He wondered if this moment held a change for his solitary life. A curious glance. With a gentle smile, the couple presented the final adoption papers to the orphanage director. Elias watched, a mix of apprehension and dawning hope in his eyes, as the ink dried, sealing his new future. The quiet room held a palpable shift, marking the official end of his time as an invisible orphan and the promise of a home. Later, Elias carefully packed his few possessions into a small, worn suitcase. A set of new clothes, a gift from the couple, lay neatly folded on his bed, symbolizing the hopeful future awaiting him. He shared a gentle goodbye with the other children, an emotional moment of transition. Elias stood before the heavy orphanage door, a silent sentinel that had marked his world for so long. With a deep breath, he pushed it open, the old wood groaning faintly in protest. This threshold was more than just an exit. It was the boundary between his past and an unknown, hopeful future. His small hand clutched Mr. and Mrs. Albright's as he took his very first step onto the cobblestone street. Each stride was a deliberate severing of ties, leaving behind the lonely echoes of the orphanage walls. This wasn't just walking. It was an irrevocable turning point, initiating a mysterious, profound change. As Elias took his first steps into a new life, a subtle tremor ran through the silent village. Suddenly, close-ups of steampunk clocks show intricate gears beginning to shiver, then jerk into motion. Intricate mechanical movements, once frozen, now began to stir, a forgotten spring, unwinding with newfound purpose and life. Across the entire village, this grand awakening spread like wildfire. Cogs interlocked with a satisfying click, pendulums started their rhythmic swing, and the soft tick of individual timepieces merged into a growing hum. Then, a magnificent, simultaneous chime erupted, signaling that the village heart beat once more. A collective gasp rippled through the frozen streets as endless clock chimes echoed. Villagers, motionless for decades, cautiously turned, confusion replaced by dawning realization. Their eyes widened, watching the grand town clock's hands finally advance, stirring the long dormant silence into awakening with a quiet murmur. Faces, once blank, now creased with genuine smiles and wonder. People tentatively reached for each other, rediscovering movement and connection. The marketplace, long deserted, began to hum as villagers slowly moved, their steps lightened by time's return. Happiness bloomed on every face. Elias, once invisible, now beams with a radiant smile, nestled between his loving parents. Their gentle hands and warm gazes wrap him in an embrace he's never known, solidifying a deep emotional connection. This heartwarming scene marks the true beginning of his new life, filling him with a sense of belonging. Simultaneously, the village hums with vibrant energy. Its streets, once still, now overflow with joyous laughter and bustling activity. Market stalls thrive, and every face reflects a newfound appreciation for the rhythm of time. This truly is a village alive, its heart beating in sync with Elias's newfound happiness and home.